Hope you get the lot, you dog. Get back on protecting your mate.
Might just join you by the bed there, mate. What's going on?
Waiting for a mate.
That way your car's all smashed up.
Can't wait for some of these mags. This is going to be good ass.
Yes, please, as my mate Nick Butler would say, it's the Quarter Life Crisis, episode 12, season 1. I'm starting to lose track of that. You might hear a little bit of an echo because we are here live from the Grand Hotel in wonderful Warrandyte where I reside. Thanks to the wonderful people, Peter and Nicole, who managed this place. They've won every award under the sun. I'm starting to think they nominate themselves. I'm not sure there's this many. They won an award for the best book club, I think, a couple of weeks ago. They just win everything in spades. But sometimes, off the top here, the Quarter Life Crisis runs so deep that it requires an intervention of sorts. And that'll be the theme of today's podcast as I look to the man on my left here, Choc's Chat. You might know him online. I fear for some of the things that are coming across my desk at the moment. Welcome, mate.
Nah, look, thanks for having me, mate. I'm also very excited, as I said to earlier, but yeah, bit scared, bit nervous because I know what's about to happen, and I'm not sure I want to relive all that ever again. But happy to be here, mate. Thanks for having me.
Look, what's been going on? You've been we've known each other for a long time, going back to 2018. We've had a bit of an inbox relationship and crossed swords across the internet many times, and only just realised we fucking live next to each other.
Yeah, it got a little bit strange. Well, I didn't used to live out this way, but I obviously tracked you down, found out that you ran the 28-year-old male, found out where you live, and that's why I moved out here. So, everything's just normal. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Everything's fine.
Everything's good. Everything's good. No technical difficulties on this end.
We should probably touch on that, how long we took to set this up. So hopefully for the people watching on the stream and YouTube, bloody hell, looks very nice here, I hope. And we got the couple of beers in between us and the fireplace. This took us a grand total of about 17 hours to set up.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm fucking exhausted. You're trying to get a bit out of me on your fucking podcast, and mate, all I want to do is just go home because I'm fucking knackered.
Poor old Braden doesn't do outcalls to the Grand Hotel.
But no, we're getting there. It's all right.
We're going all right. But I wanted to bring you in because I could have done this interview alone, but there's an iconic guy from the internet who did this. He did this Mesomorph review. Are you familiar with Gerkz?
I am. I fucking am. And this video, I resurfaced this video online. It's in my algorithm all the time. And you know who's thanks to? You. You fucking share this video all the time. And I'm like, every time I try and go find it, I go, fuck, just 28 males got it.
Once a year, every year I put it up. I think I had it like the guy that when Buddy kicked his thousands or whatever it was, this bloke just runs on the ground and starts like muzzing and he takes his shirt off. That went viral again, but he's going to join us. I've been working on him for like goddamn 8 years. This dude, an orchestrator, we're here on the weekend, and I think they tried to get him to the reunion, but I'm not sure he did. But I'm fucking pumped for this.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, he's a fucking the video's grass. You can watch it on repeat 100 times in one day. Yeah, still funny. Still funny.
I like to put it in a nice carousel so you can just kind of flick through and just go to your favourite moment.
That's smart. That's very smart.
We're all carousel people, but. We'll get to that a little bit later. But firstly, I think a few things have crossed my desk that really concern me, if I'm honest with you.
Fuck.
Can you, how do we do this? This sort of intervention style operation. And you maybe thought it was coming, but I'm not sure you thought this was coming. Talk to me about your relationship with social media, as the AFL Integrity Department once said to me in an interview.
Well, look, I obviously on social media probably a little bit too much these days. Choc's Chat for those listening. But yeah, always been a big fan of social media, especially early on. Early days of, I guess you would say Facebook, I guess, where it all started. And end up getting onto Instagram. One of my mates started a page for me. He found a video for me and said, "Oh, you're a bit of a fucking stupid cunt. We're sick of we're sick of hearing all your videos. Put this out to everyone else, and we'll see how it goes." So. Yeah, no, that's my relationship.
And the rise to, I'll get to why I'm asking that in a minute, but we should actually start. The rise to, you're almost at 100,000 followers.
Yeah, nearly there. And I'm not counting. Definitely not counting. But lately it's been going all right. Obviously, done some videos of me annoying my missus, which usually goes well, which I don't really like annoying her at all because obviously we're heavily in love and I love her to bits. And she loves me, just clarification. But
she won't tonight when she realises you got an air tasker in to clean your dishes.
Oh, we should bring that up. Fucking hell.
Right now.
Okay, look, I come on here not to embarrass myself, but we've gone this far, so we may as fucking well. Nearly wasn't going to be here today because I obviously had a very busy day. I've got a baby due early next year. And there's a bit to do at the house, some small renos and some painting and a lot of stuff. And the missus is obviously heavily pregnant at the moment. And she's a bit stressed out. And I said, babe, look, you go to work. It's going to be 34 degrees today. It's stinking hot. I'll stay home. I've got the day off. I'll clean the house. I'll mow the lawns. I'll do all this. I'll finish the painting, all the stuff in the baby's room. I'll do everything. Then you asked me if I wanted to come on the podcast. And I went, I am in a massive dilemma. Do I want to be a really good husband or do I want to drink piss at the pub?
And cheers to that.
So,
no, but well, geez, it sounds like we're being a bit toxic there, but you are, to clarify. So, can you give me that number for the air task? Because I told Emma that I was going to put the sauna together for AJ to come down next week, do the dishes, do the floors. I might need someone to just come out and
100%. I'll give it to you. So just for those listening, I obviously made it to the pub and I didn't. I still got the house cleaned and the lawns mowed, but I air tasked it. I've got a little Maltese lady named Maria at my house at the moment. She's cleaning the house. An old bloke named John, he's mowing the lawns.
You got two.
And our neighbour, I'm pretty sure, is walking the dog. So by the time I get home, Mrs. will go, gee, you've worked hard today, babe. I go, fucking oath I have. And I've been at the pub the whole time. So
unbelievable.
How good is that? Everything's fucking working out for me.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Jesus. And, I mean, you have always been good with birds.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, no, I've done all right with the ladies.
So if we went back to, and this is why I asked you about your relationship with social media, if I could just read a couple of things to you that I've dredged up from, 14 years ago, so 2009 we're looking at here?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I'd like to just, get what you think about it now, some of these ones. Jake Cullen said on the 19th of December 2009. So you obviously knock off for the year with work, assuming you had a job at this point, not after this post. Slaying birds is my full-time job. One like.
Yeah. Look, I think I was 15 at the time. So not sure. I think if I was 14, 9 months, I would have had a job because that's the legal limit. But yeah, obviously wasn't slaying birds.
Slaying birds is my full-time job.
Look.
What's wrong with you?
I want to try and explain myself here. I've had sex before. I know how sex is done. Probably not a full-time job, but, shout out to all the sex workers out there. 14 years ago, getting real woke then. So
you're more of a casual than a full-timer.
Yeah.
But
trying to looking for work at the moment.
And that's 14 years ago, and that was around Christmas time, the 19th of December.
Yep.
So a couple of days earlier, actually, from your Sony Ericsson, you wrote, Santa is a dog rat cunt to me.
Okay. I wish I could say that was hacked. I mean, I don't know, but based on all the other statuses, you have to assume, look.
What are we dealing with here, man?
I think I was a loser. There, I said it. Is that what you want me to say? Is that why you brought me on?
Not yet, but yeah, at some point I'd like you to
fucking hell. I'm going to throw up.
Did you ever talk to like a school teacher about it or anything? Like
I had a full-time counsellor.
Was it your PE teacher?
I had a few good PE teachers, actually.
I think you liked PE at one point.
Oh, shit, here we go. Oh, there's another one.
I think in 2010, it was actually 2 days earlier from this one, you were thinking about doing PE teacher. So were you trying to be, are you going to university to become a PE teacher, or were you thinking about doing the PE teacher posted from your Sony Ericsson December 1?
Such a strange status, because saying the words thinking about doing PE teacher, it's embarrassing either way. Either if you're thinking about becoming a PE teacher, keep that to yourself, you fucking idiot. If you're thinking about fucking your PE teacher, also keep that to yourself. And my PE teacher was Mr. Rogers. So, I mean, he was good looking, but I don't want to fuck him.
Big shout out to Mr. Rogers. Obviously listening at home, masturbating at the moment to your voice.
Because Mr. Malpy, funny enough, Mr. Malpy was the hot one, but he was never my PE teacher. I mean, he's receding. Probably lost all his hair now.
Until I got the plugs.
Yeah, fucking hell. So
I'm not really done
I feel great. I mean, a little bit cringe at the moment.
Is your confidence like sky high coming into this? I know this is new territory and everything, but wouldn't mind a holiday soon, or to be 18 with my car license. You actually got 4 likes there on December 1st.
4 likes. Can you read that one again?
It's very difficult to read because it is fucking awful. Wouldn't mind. It says, wouldn't mind a holiday soon or to be 18 with my car license.
What the fuck? They're not even, the two aren't even make sense. They're not even correlation. Like if you said, wouldn't mind a car and my license, that makes sense. You can't just say, it's like saying, oh, I would love a dare iced coffee and to be taller. You're just saying, what's the game here? You're just saying shit that you want?
Yeah, well, you did. A year later, you just wrote in all caps with 2 exclamation marks. Kelsey Ferguson was pretty keen on this. One more fucking year with the post. What is your Facebook? You know, you can go back and delete this stuff. Like lock your profile.
I forgot about that one. I'm not sure what the one more year was. Maybe it was my sex job or my license. I'm not sure. But
I know someone promised you a road a year earlier. I mean, 2 years.
One more fucking year, boys. Okay. One like. Fucking sweet.
Oh, these are great. You actually are the king of it. And like, full context, you've been posting these all over the internet at the moment.
I have, yeah. Like, well, you know, obviously, my whole thing is I like to take the piss out of myself and I like embarrassing moments. But that's why I started doing this. But it's sort of taken it to a point where I go, at what point does this become funny? And then I just prove to everyone that I'm a fucking massive loser.
But hasn't this gone full circle? You've gone watching on. You've got a few followers early doors with Instagram and TikTok. You've kicked off and you know talking to your car and almost like someone who's not there and playing characters. Then you go into playing a bit of a character, and now you've gone full circle now, just back to exactly who you are, and you've blown up. So you can call yourself a loser all you want. I'd say you're a pretty fucking funny bloke.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Come and sit next to me.
Appreciate that. No, it's good. Well, I mean, the self-deprecating stuff is just, I guess, an easy outlet for a lot of blokes. But I'll admit, some things I do are funny. Some things that I do are funny to laugh at, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for me as long as someone's laughing. But the Facebook stuff recently is, has been groused. Mainly just to look back on and laugh and go, what the fuck, mate? Like, I think one of my ones recently, which has gone well on Instagram, is I think I said, any hot chicks want to hang out tonight? LOL.
I reckon there was a period of time where everyone was doing that on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone want to hang out?
Public flirting, too.
Yeah.
Just like publicly flirting, just 20 comments of you and some chick. Just like, what are you guys doing? So we can see this.
Did you catch up at some point there was Facebook had a glitch in one of their updates. And go back and if you're listening, go back and Google this. It happened where they took in one of their updates, they took all the inboxes you were having with people. It's like all the private chats and they started putting them on people's walls.
What?
So there was some serious shit all of a sudden just appearing on people's timelines.
Is that still a thing? Because I might have to leave.
I thought that's what we just read out.
Yeah.
Is that not what we just did? Oh, you meant to post that stuff. That wasn't private.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the which they got rid of, but you remember when your mate would add someone and it would be a girl and it would say like, Brent Howlett is now friends with Rebecca Jones. And you'd be like, and all your mates would comment on it.
Congratulations. It's good to see.
I had this thing where I would always comment on it and then somehow do this long paragraph and link it to 9/11. I don't know why I did it. And then people were like literally looking out for people to add people going, can't wait for Jake to do the 9/11 thing. Like, what? And then still, I know I'll probably get 2 likes.
Oh, man, my jaw is actually hurting. We're like 5 minutes into a podcast
Makes
right
no
now.
sense,
I'm
doesn't it?
cramping in the jaw department.
Fucking strange. Thanks for bringing me on. I'm starting to realise that I'm a bit strange and I really appreciate it.
Well, that's what we're all about here, mate. We're trying to bring the algorithm to life. And you kind of touched on it a little bit there. It's like the quarter life crisis is something you think you're the only person going through it. It's fucking just growing up. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Things that used to go that way start pointing to the ground. Hair starts going that way or it changes colour as mine. I won't let it go.
Don't forget about the pot belly.
I don't know. I wear loose shirts now because it's fashion. It's Japanese carpenters.
I'm skinny. I'm not fat.
Well, we're in shape. We're going for a run after this and we had one before it. But all of a sudden
we better hurry up and get the fuck out of here because I can't wait to run a marathon.
We couldn't run a fucking bath. And shout out to the Eltham Panthers out here that I'm coaching this year. I'm an inspirational guy and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. What the fuck is everyone doing running a marathon, by the way?
I don't know, mate. Like my mate Andy, who will be listening, and Alex, his partner, they ran one I think they ran a I don't know, the half quarter. You can run whatever you want. We're running baths while they're doing this. But they're coming over on the weekend to just, blow out. But they're sending me photos of this, of them doing it. And there's like 100,000 people there. It looks like when people were running. Oh, no, don't say that. Running away from the buildings in New York.
Yeah.
It was
Do not get me started on 9/11.
been cancelled about 150 times, mate. What, can they do it again?
Oh, it's good.
But what was going on? What was the marathon for? Was it like a cause? Did you?
I think they do it for fun,
What?
which is like,
Is
I
there?
don't get it.
What? Where? What? How?
What?
The pain part. When does it start being fun?
But and then what I love is someone runs a 3K on the weekend, and I just fucking really hang out for this.
Drama.
I cannot wait for to post their stats on Instagram on their story, and I go, babe, you remember Rebecca from year 11? She just ran 3K. Yeah, she just got a personal P. A personal B, a personal best. And Kate comes storming out going, fuck off. You are kidding.
A personal B.
Personal B. That'll catch on.
Personal B. And we're running with that.
Good on them. I'm usually late to everything. So I only just worked out Thai food a couple of years ago. So I'll probably get on the marathon thing, but I'll just be too late by then.
Well, the only time I've gone near a marathon was this kid I was working with ages ago as a youth worker, and he trained and trained. And I told him, I'm going to train with you. You and me, mate, we're training for a marathon. We're doing this. He ran the marathon. I showed up because I had a really big night the night before.
Yeah, Stanford.
In South Melbourne somewhere. Yep. I showed up at the finish line and did the old, well done, mate. I'm proud of you. I'll be at Kokoda. I couldn't do this, obviously, because I'm doing Kokoda with probably the Hawthorn Football Club or something. But
something like that, yeah.
Well done, champ. You did really well.
Good on you, bucko. Just give him a little soft jab to the chin. On you, champ.
Bloody hell. No more marathons. They're out the window. But
nah, get into something else like cutting your grass or cooking steak or something. whatever. Golf. I don't know.
Apparently ice bathing and saunaing, which are you across this?
I've heard a little bit of rumours about it. Like I said, I'll probably be late to the party, but I'm a little bit nervous about taking my top off at the best of times.
Same. And the bloke who sent the ice bath down has demanded it's all in budgies. And I'm not sure about ice baths in budgies in the sort of, in the, how you say, shrinking of sleeve of wizard sort of department.
Cock reference?
Yeah.
I get sex stuff. Nice.
Penis. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are going to do one next week, and it's a barrel sauna. It's sitting at my house around the corner, we're going to start recording potties from inside the barrel. But the idea is
really good idea.
Like it's sort of on that marathon narrative. So you only start. I think you only decide you're going to run a marathon when you've had too many benders and you start hating yourself and the fucking real self-loathing shit comes through.
And the podcast idea goes out the window because you can't start a podcast. I mean, no, you have, but you go, we should start a podcast or a clothing brand. And they go, want to just run around for a bit? Yeah, that's fucking heaps easier.
I think that'd be easier, but I'm telling you, podcasting's way easier. Just do that. Just get a little road mic and sit at home and just talk shit like this. It's way better than running a marathon because then you've got to train for fucking Andy. If you are listening, he's been training. I know, like we're going to go silent again and look at each other squinting. Like, I think I offered him a beer the other week and he's like, no, I'm looking after myself and I've got a marathon. Christ, man, it's a big commitment. All you got to do is buy a mic, start a podcast or just, some sort of bullshit small business. But the sauna thing is probably the new age way out. So your whole personality type doesn't have to be cycling or running. You can just get in an ice bath and all the drugs and alcohol that you have, just like that, what they do is they freeze and then you get in the sauna and then they melt and you piss it out on the coals and it's gone.
You come up with this idea?
Yeah, just like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, fucking don't mind that.
Yeah.
Fucking really like that, actually.
It's actual science though. So we're thinking like maybe we do like callbacks. When you're blind and I know you would have done this. I don't even need to ask you. SEN's got the like Finding After Dark down here in Melbourne. There's the bloke who's a Revolver King also happens to be on radio and all through the night and you can call him up and just give you 2 cents on anything. You just call up Finding off your chops coming home at 7 a.m. Hey, Finding, what do you reckon of David Schwartz? He's on the punt again. He wouldn't fucking believe it and he'll actually talk to you. So I'm thinking
that's all you want at that time is to talk to someone.
Exactly where I'm going.
It's fucking fantastic.
So do we just go like a talk back line from inside the sauna / ice bath and just get people coming home with those fucking demons they've got in their head after a bender?
Don't mind that. But if you get too many people, when you've had a big night, you can't get a word in because you just got a bunch of blokes that just – there's a difference between listening am waiting to speak. And that's all benders are. No one listens. They just go, cannot wait for my fucking turn. Cannot wait for my fucking turn to talk. Hurry up and shut the fuck up.
They look like that. You ever see that meme of Macho Man Randy Savage just sitting there going, when you haven't told a story for exactly 39 seconds at the
when
kick-ons?
the fuck am I going to get to speak? It's kind of like this podcast right now.
Hey, we're going all right. I'm not sure when Gerkz comes on. Gerkz can spin a yarn.
He's a good chat.
He is the Mesomorph king. He can really have a yarn. We had a little chat earlier this morning and just a little preamble. We went through the run sheet. It's a very classy interview coming your way, but he can spin a fucking yarn.
Oh, yeah. Really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah, but we caught up yesterday, and Nicole here at the Grand she was big on a couple of post things you've been doing lately. I don't have any examples, but there've been excuses for the pub.
Yeah, so I've been running. One of them went well, so I just thought, why not just run this into the ground like everything else I do online? But I've been telling the missus just looking for weird excuses to get to the pub.
Yeah.
And she sort of cracks the shits. And I think I've started to realise that I think she's the main star of a lot of my stuff.
She is,
because I do a video the exact same thing and she's not in it, and everyone goes, the fuck are you doing? Take this down. This sucks. But yeah, a couple of excuses where just, it was raining. So I just thought, I better go check on the pub, make sure it's, not flooded,
Makes
obviously. And I just got a little bit of it's that feeling you get inside. You're just sitting at home doing nothing. And you just think, hold on a minute, the sun's out. I wonder if the pub's got enough beer for me to have. I should just go check if the pub does have enough beer. So I'll just go down there, check. Of course I do. After 5 minutes, they don't. Choco, how are you? Yeah, no, going all right.
You wouldn't believe it. I drank all the beer.
Oh, it's bullshit, mate. And I don't want to. It's because I have to.
Caught me mid-sip and I choked on that.
Well, the pub actually has been thinking about employing me as a full-time, not a sex worker, but a full-time beer drinker, testerer.
Yeah, right.
We're probably going to come up with a new name.
I was looking at Choc across the bow here, going, because I can't tell when he's being serious or not. Is this fair income, or is this a because if it's a well crafted way to get to the pub, I'm very impressed. So just try it on the listeners at home. Well, pretend we're all your missus. How are you getting this one across the line? So you're working at the pub.
All right. So you play the role of my missus, and really fucking go for it.
I'll lean into it. Babe. Babe, there's a little Greek woman. She's mowing the lawn. I thought you were doing it. I thought you were mowing the lawn. Anyway, sorry.
Really good. Mate, that impression is fucking so good. You're turning me on. She's heavily pregnant. I haven't sex in a while, so we could just cut the pod.
Babe, I'm having cravings for a little Maltese man who likes doing the lawns.
It's bullshit how good you are, though.
So anyway, are you going somewhere tonight? No, that's not how she speaks at all.
No, I would just say to her, like, I'd go pretend to look at my phone, and I'd go, oh, fuck.
Who is she?
Oh, shit. God damn it. Oh, this really grinds my gears. What's that?
Is she hotter than me?
No, it's business. It's a business-related
you're paying her?
Stress I have. Oh, would you look at that? That's the fucking last thing I want to do.
Oh, no. What is it?
Oh, it's since that you asked, it's the bloody pub. They've fucking asked me to come down and
you just got home.
Well, hold on a minute. They want me to go down and drink all the beers. Bloody hell, babe. I was really looking forward to sit down watching season 2 of Will and Grace with you all night, and now I've got to go down to the pub and drink all the beers. And you know what? The pub just said all of my fucking mates are going. That's fucking strange.
We've got 2 seasons left of Law and Order SVU from 1994.
Which I fucking love. Dun, dun.
Detective Stabler.
Oh, he's good, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Continue.
Sorry. Yeah, like I said, last thing I want to do.
I think you're lying.
Here's $30 to $35. Buy yourself something nice. I'll be back in a day or two. And here's another rule that the pub just come up with. They said you're not allowed to call or message your partners, which I find strange.
Why? They don't have 5G down there. Is it the river or something?
It's top secret.
Oh, right. Why do you keep so many secrets from? Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole.
It's fucking really good how you do an impression of my missus. And I'm starting to think you hang out with her more than I do.
I hope we never meet if you're listening at home, if I've just done that. But
Catherine. I'll call her Kate. You call her Catherine.
Catherine, I'm deeply sorry. That's pretty much the only female impersonation I've got up my sleeve. I reckon you'll lean into this. Pete here, the manager of this pub, Pete would happily give you a polo shirt. So if there's,
that's a good idea.
because you're going to need some sort of video evidence or something to stake your claim that this is true.
That's really good. I like that you're immediately on my side as well.
Absolutely. I mean, for context, this pub we're at the moment, I fucking live here. I haven't been home in 4 days.
Unreal joint.
And it's what is it? What is the day today? Is it Wednesday? It's Thursday.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to Kate since September. So
I have not left this joint for a very long time. So I can just, whatever gets you to the pub, I'm all for, mate. But
I'll keep it up. Good. Have you got any excuses, fans listening?
Yeah.
Any really weird, obscure excuses to get to the pub? Send them in.
Yeah, right.
And I'll make a video out of it. Or just send them in anyway and we'll see what happens.
Man, before I get on there, because Gerkz is on, like, and see he's trying to tune in. He is actually there. When you do these videos where you're just sort of in the car talking like no one's there, did you used to just call your mates and just scream down the phone like this, or was this like a real diary of a Choc's chat?
No, I did. I used to. If you can't tell, I'm pretty annoying. I don't know.
I quite like it.
Disclaimer for those that don't know. No, I think I was always sort of like that. It's weird. I sort of love and hate my own company at the same time. So I love being around people, and I need to be by myself for a while.
Yeah.
But then I fucking get over that immediately and need an audience. But no, I think I was like how the whole page started, I guess, was just me fucking being a dickhead, sending videos to my mates.
Yeah.
And my mate, actually, which I've said this a bunch of times on a bunch of podcasts, obviously this one's the best.
Well, fucking hell. I thought this is the first podcast you've ever been on in 2.5 years.
2.5 years, nice plug. But yeah, he started the page for me because I used to send videos in the car acting like a dickhead to the group chat. And one of my mates goes, mate, as funny as I think these are, which I fucking don't, we're getting sick of them. And he saved like 10 of them and put them on Instagram, made a page called Choc's Chat. And he didn't tell me about it for like a month or two. And then Choc's Chat and the name come from Thursday nights at the footy club. I used to get up and used to have a chat with Choc. And normally it would be all the new blokes at the club. And I'd ask them 20 questions, and I'd take the piss out of them just to try and get them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And playing for the Epping Footy Club, as you can imagine, there's a lot of new blokes rolling through there because they're trying to buy themselves a premiership, which hasn't worked so far. So. But that's how it all started. And then here I am now. I got myself a missus somehow and nor the fuck out of her, and she's still with me. And
not somehow, mate. You're a good bloke. You're a very good bloke. So we've talked about this on repeat, but you get pigeonholed when you put yourself out there into the world and do some funny things. So like we were having a chat yesterday about this, but you finally see someone out in the wild and you'll just get attacked and say, hey, mate, scream at your missus again. Or,
it's the best, man. I go out and like, oi, Choco, fucking, you wouldn't say oi, babe, fucking do that. I'm just like, hey, mate, how are you? And they're a bit let down. They're going, cunts are boring, cunt.
This is what happens with me when I'll come to the ground and it'll be just like some little Mexican will just come out of the floor like a Super Mario character with a bag of Coke in his hand. Do you want all of it? You're the 28-year-old male. This is obviously real. Where are your RMs? Why aren't you wearing them? Why are you not off your guts right now?
Which we don't want that. And also, is he still here? As a fucking joke, we should go find him and have some of those. as a fucking joke.
But like honestly, people just think I just walk around doing coke all the time. I've made a couple of jokes, just a couple of hundred jokes.
That's good. I'm gonna write that down.
Where the glass table, all the shit I talk about every week, and all of a sudden it's you're Pablo Escobar. But I know what you're saying. I've cut you off now.
I forgot what I was even saying. But you do. It's weird because like I don't think I have split personality, but I like to think that weird. Not that I freak. I like to think that my missus hates it when people say to her they meet her and they go, "Oh, you must fucking hate him. Oh, how do you put up with him?" And she actually kind of hates it because she's like, yeah, he's annoying for a 1 minute video that he posts, but he's like, there's 24 hours in a day. He goes, and she says, if he was like that all the time, I'd fucking leave him. Yeah. So, I'll give her 1 or 2 minutes of annoying, and then it's back to being the best husband in the world. Oh, what's that? You're the best husband in the world.
There he is.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck, here we go.
Do you ever here we go. So Dr. Phil's here. Do you ever the pressure of it all? I know it fucks with me sometimes. Like I go through phases where I'm like, oh, the page of this, the page of that. Are the posts going well? I'll post something like I care so much about what the audience thinks, and it's stupid to even do that. Just put shit out in the world. Does it ever get to you?
It fucking used to. So even recently, a little bit, but it used to a while ago. Especially like I'll do some effortless ones, which I didn't care about, and they would go really well.
Yeah.
I'd like, fuck, I don't even really like that. I was doing that for the audience, I guess, which you kind of have to do. And then I was doing some for me, and then they wouldn't go well. And I was like, you sure? Because I think that's funny. And no one else found it funny.
It's that full circle thing we were talking about.
It's weird. Like
they don't quite know until, you've built this trust with an audience now. I think we were talking about this yesterday a little bit. You've built trust with your audience now. You can put out stuff that maybe you put out when no one knows who your face is and you're just popping up and coming up through the algorithm, and no one's going to look at it. But now they know you, they know your personality. You put that up now, it's going to go, as I've seen with your last couple of videos, they're in the fucking stratosphere of the algorithm. They're off in the millions.
Yeah, some of them are done well, but it's weird. Like now I don't put too much pressure on it. I used to fucking think about it all the time. Not all the time, but a fair bit. And it actually did for a while ago, like a couple of years ago, it actually was affecting like my relationship with my mates and my relationship with my missus. Like, because without realising, I was fucking so focused on being the fucking funniest cunt in the world and having the most followers, and fucking I was just so much about this page, and I was just like, whoa. And then I wasn't enjoying it, and I was wondering why I wasn't enjoying it. It's like, because can't get out of your own ass. Fucking stop worrying about it.
It's not much fun when it's all about that, isn't it? I know the exact feeling, mate. But
I took the pressure off, and then having the pressure off and started to enjoy it. Some of it ended up started like to be good anyway and go well. And I was like, oh fuck, I should have just done that ages ago. But nah, it's good fun, man. I like anything. Like I'm definitely not complaining about it. I'm pretty fucking lucky, with what I do. But it's it's good fun. But like I said, I'm trying not to take ourselves too seriously now and just fucking have a bit of fun with it.
That's the old saying, mate.
And obviously
Never ever take yourself too seriously, and you'll be right.
And just keep embarrassing myself with those Facebook statuses, and we'll be fine.
Brings us to a guest that we've all been waiting for.
Big time.
For 14 years?
I'm very nervous and also very excited.
This is why I'm sitting down. I just can't tell cross my legs and show you the feet. Gerkz, back in, it was 13 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, when I was a gym junkie, and I just looked to YouTube for every bit of motivation I could find. I stumbled across this clip, and there was this bloke with beautiful straightened hair, and he just very chiseled jaw, beautiful eyebrows, and just a very aesthetically pleasing sort of individual.
Handsome.
And he's in that. He's doing like a review of. Did you ever take pre-workout back in the day?
I didn't, but I wasn't a gym junkie, as you can probably guess.
What do you mean? Your quads.
But I never had pre-workout.
Yeah.
I can't even have caffeine. I don't even drink coffee because my eyes start to twitch and I feel like I'm freaking the fuck out.
You'd turn into Muhammad Ali towards the end of it if you had this stuff.
Yeah.
Mesomorph had, I think they called it Mesomorph, but his guy did the fun. He had orchestrated Nightcrawler playing in the background, which is a grouse song, and it's they've just so orchestrated on the weekend. Have just done their retirement concert. So what better time than now? We've tracked him down. Gerkz is on the line. The man himself is here with us.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome to the party.
How you doing, lads? James, thanks for having me. And Choc, nice to meet you.
Likewise, mate. Like I said, I'm very nervous, very excited, but nice to you're still looking very handsome after all these years. Could you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. The jaw's still chiseled.
Yeah, that's right. 12 years later, and there's a few things that have changed. You know, the hair's gone, but I've gotten a little bit more hairy on the body. Before I was more smoother on the body with a lot more hair on top.
Well, I think that's kind of like one of a running theme of this, of our, particularly the Instagram pages. Is the first thing that goes when you turn 28 is the hair. So when did it go for you? Did you shave it off? Was it a choice?
Oh, man, no, it started to go around about 28, 29, started creeping up, and then 30, 31, the hairline started really, retreating on me, taking off as if, I was afraid didn't want to see my face anymore.
Yeah,
man, I tell you. And then after that, I went to Turkey in 2019 and got this hair transplant, fixed up the hairline and everything like that. So
I don't know if you're joking though.
Yeah, and then decided to keep it. Decided to keep it short because I got sick of the fades, with the hairstyles going on all the time. Here on the Gold Coast, a bit of a rip-off, $50, $55, $60 every fortnight. I'm a responsible man these days, so I like to cut all liabilities and just focus on the investments.
Oh, sorry, mate, we've got a bit of a lag there, but we've been talking off air a bit, and it sounds like life's pretty different. But before we get there, take us back to before that video came out, and what were you doing at the time? Were you in this aesthetics era that kicked off with there was Ziz back in the day? How did you end up in the car off your chops on Mesomorph?
Yeah. So to understand how it shaped up, I have to give you the origin of it, of how it all came about. So, obviously there was the Ziz era, it was blowing off, and kudos to him. He done well. He inspired a lot of people getting into the fitness industry. So definitely credit to Ziz there. Before that, it was more so like, people looking up to people like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, before Phil Heath even had come along, to be honest. If you knew bodybuilding, you'd get into fitness. But what Ziz done was he made like this culture and this cult following, right? And made it cool, and all these youngsters wanted to jump in. So anyway, at that same period of time, obviously myself and all the other older boys, we were living in Mildura, and we'd take trips over to Stereosonic and things of that nature. But it was kind of like
all the pingers.
We were kind of parallel. I was kind of doing my own thing, and all that type of era was happening.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was in the supplement industry. So I got into the supplement industry in 2011, and opened up my own business in Mildura.
Yep.
And, a lot of people didn't really trust me at the time, and what would you know about supplements and, all of this type of jazz, because you're young. I was only 23 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Just had started my business. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to compete, and I'm going to really take, I'm going to really delve deep into my passion. And I love proving people wrong. So got straight into it. And that same about the following year, I entered a competition and placed third in men's physique in naturals. And I was kind of like, okay, starting to get traction with the business, and people were starting to really come to me for advice and everything in that regard. And I was like, okay, so how can I leverage this? Like everyone obviously, they don't really know what these pre-workouts are and what it does, and only the small group of people knew at the time. And everyone was on Jacked at the time, by the way.
Yeah,
and Jacked had this thing where it works, but you take one scoop, and then your body will adapt to that. So now you're doing like a 1 1/4, and then eventually 1 1/2, and then you find that you can't go to sleep properly. So I remember calling a friend of mine that actually cut me into the business, and rest his soul, he passed away now. His name was Boris. He's owner of AAA Supplements. He's an absolute champion, this guy.
I remember this guy.
And I get on the phone to him. I said, Boris, how am I going to, I said to him, how am I going to, what can I do to really start pushing these pre-workouts? Like how do I get it in front of everybody and really blow it up? And at the time, reviews were becoming a thing. So people will jump in front of the camera and they'll make a review, and they'll talk about the ingredients and the benefits, and they'll keep it professional, and they'd kind of add their own spin to it. So he says to me, look, just be yourself, make it funny, talk about the product, talk about the ingredients, and just give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, sweet. And he goes to me, listen, he says, I said to him, I'm going to do it on the Mesomorph stuff. And he goes, it's good stuff. He goes, it's really, really good stuff. I said, okay, all right, sweet, I'll try it.
I just think that video. I just think back to that. That's all I can see when you say it. Can you say it's good stuff?
So get this, right? So
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, and we used to have this thing called a pre-workout session. So the pre-workout session, so we had our own entourage of ourselves, We just kind of, back then we were in the shadows. We weren't really putting ourselves out there. It was just, a team of us, and, we were doing our own thing. And so we had these pre-workout sessions at my house. And funny enough, I'm going to reveal some secrets here that a lot of people don't know about.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never told these stories before, by the way. It's exclusive to the 28-year-old male, even though I'm 38, pretty much 38. I'm a year away from 38, so it's like a good 10 years ago.
I'm 31. Just put it out there.
So what happened was, so the lads come over, right, and they're like, I said to them, hey, listen, we're going to try this new pre-workout. Apparently, it's better than Jacked. Apparently, it's the most potent stuff coming out of America. It's meant to be competing against Jacked. So the boys are like, yeah, sweet. It's easy. So I remember I said to Boris before we had hopped off the call, I said, Boris, how many scoops should I be taking? Because obviously this is new. I haven't taken it before. And I said to him, and he goes to me, how many scoops of Jacked are you taking? I said, about 1 1/2. And he goes, you'll be all right with 1 full scoop. Yeah, no worries, 1 full fucking scoop. Anyway, and then so the boys come over to my house, and this is how the pre-workout used to go. We used to chuck on deep, dirty house music. And back then it used to be like one of my favorites used to be orchestrated. And I used to love their beats and, you know, how it used to make me feel. You know, it used to just G me up before the gym. It used to G me up, but at the same time, it used to make me want to dance, right? So anyway, so I can't believe I'm telling this story. It's only exclusive to this channel, by the way.
It's the best day of my life.
Oh man, my mum's gonna kill me. But anyway,
it's gonna be fucking sick.
So we make up this pre-workout and we go a scoop each, right? And at the time, all the boys used to G me up like, bro, you're the pre-workout king, bro. You're the pre-workout king. You could have more than one scoop. What's one scoop? Well, have a little bit more, bro. Have a little bit more. G'ing me up, right? Have a little bit more. Have a little bit more, bro. Come on, bro. I'm like, fuck it. I'll have 1.5 then, yeah? Mind you, I'm thinking it's going to be about the same as Jacked. Now, keep in mind, Jack's scoopers were like this big. Like literally this big.
We got to get one of these.
Mesomorph scoopers, if you've seen them. 100%. Mate, Mesomorph scoopers, if you've seen them, they're literally like a 15, 20 gram scoop.
Yeah, it's a shovel.
So anyway, fucking shovel and a half, I tell you. With that type of dosages, I'm surprised I'm still living and breathing and having this conversation with you, lads.
Oh my! I'm glad you're here.
This is going to be AI. You're not real.
Yeah.
So what happened was, and usually what we used to do was everyone used to meet at my house. We used to have the pre-workout sessions, music blasting in the background. Everyone's, you know, G'ing each other up.
Yeah.
And then we used to jump in our cars and drive to the gym separately so everyone can kind of take off, you know, after the gym.
Fuck yeah.
This is the best.
So here I am. I take the pre-workout.
Well, we're on the
jump in the car.
Yeah.
And right. So I set my camera up. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this review. But I remember, I'll never forget this. As I'm setting the camera up, I can feel something kicking in. Right. So get this. So I chuck on my AAA supplement stringer singlet on.
I remember it.
I've got my fucking gym bag. I've got my short shorts on to show my, you know, well sculpted quads.
Serrated.
You know, and jumping. And the funniest of all this is I jump into my mum's VT because I didn't have my own car at the time. And so I jump into I had my own car, but I had my own car, but I was driving my mum's car to the gym because I had my Skyline you know, tucked away for the weekends. Had an R34 there. It was a nice car. Shouldn't have never sold that. But anyway,
smart.
So I set the camera up in that little, you know, VT Berliner dashboard where it just perfectly holds the camera, right? So it's looking right at me. I set it up. I hit play. I'm driving along. And, I'm about to do a review on the Mesomorph, right? And in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna really ride this out. I'm gonna really ride the whole muzza. I've got the hairstyle going on because usually people that know me, they know for a fact that I always wear a hat to the gym. I never do my hair to the gym. I never used to do my hair to the gym. Always a hat. Even to this day, I still wear a hat.
That's
hat fishing.
So for this particular occasion, I thought I'd look good, right? So I wax up their hair with Murray's wax. If you remember Murray's, good old Murray's wax, you put you style your hair.
The best.
Leaves your hair like 28 days later, right?
And they need to put it in once every month.
Hard. I don't think I ever finished the container. I think it's still roaming around somewhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm in the car and I remember feeling, I'm like, man, I'm already feeling it kick in, right? I'm like, this is good. This is some good shit, right? So I'm feeling it kicking at this point. I'm getting like butterflies and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck's going on here? So anyway, I attempt the review and I'm talking and I start getting into, and I'm supposed to like link up, you know, the ingredients.
Yeah.
But then my thoughts went out the window. The review went out the window and I don't know what came over me, guys, but you know that feeling Now, just a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying that I have done it before or that I would know the feeling.
Yeah.
But you know that feeling when you double drop sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you can feel it kicking in. You can feel
whatever.
You can feel the butterflies, and, I'm just assuming how it would feel.
Yeah.
And then you'd kind of at that very, moment in time, you look to your friend and you're like, bro, it's kicking in, bro. It's kicking in. All right. So that was the point I was at, right? That was the point I was at while the beat's kicking in, right? The beat's kicking in.
And all coming
and
together.
and then the vocals,
Yes. Well, we thought
Yeah,
you
it's
planned
just
this.
coming together, right? This,
Must have
this
a few
shit will,
takes or something.
send you to, say it again.
I thought you must have done a few takes or something. So we're on a bit of a lag here. It's like we're on the Today Show in the morning, and there's that delay down the line. But I thought that you'd
Yeah. I'm trying to keep up.
did this, and there was a few takes because it was right as the beat dropped. I remember you just fucking threw the phone down.
Fuck
and went,
it.
oh, fuck that.
Fuck that, bro.
Yeah. No, I swear there was no takes, nothing. So what happened was, as the beat was kicking in,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling this rush of energy hitting me, bro. I forgot about the review. Fuck the review. I was like, I'm feeling these beats, and I'll do this review later. So I'm on the way to the gym like this, The phone's still recording, by the way. Like I'm like, whatever. I just left it there. And then I come to my senses. I get the phone, rock up at the gym, turn the phone off. And I said to the boys later on, I said, boys, I tried to do this review, bro. Tell me what you reckon of this. I fucked it up a little bit. So I showed the review. This is like at a time where I'm just getting in front of the camera, getting comfortable with that. So the boys were like laughing on the ground, laughing like hysterically, like they're like, this is the best. You should upload it. And I'm like, I don't know if I should upload it, man. I'm like, I feel like a clown or something. You know what I mean? Like I was buzzing out. I didn't even talk about the
best
product.
thing I've ever seen.
And my mate goes to me, and this is what made me upload the review. Right? He goes to me, the review. It's a review within itself. Just look at how you're feeling. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly right.
So I decided to take that, and then I put it onto. Yeah, so I got that, and I put it onto YouTube, and that was it. Like I forgot all about it.
Yep.
It didn't really get anywhere. I was in Mildura. You're not going to get much views in Mildura, whatever, And then that was it. And then in 2015,
Actually,
a few things happened, and I decided I'm going to relocate to Melbourne. I'm going to end up, setting up store in Melbourne, and I had a store over there in Sydney Road, Brunswick, whatever, whatnot.
Actually live there, mate.
And then that was in 2015.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Say it again, James.
I lived on Sydney Road, Brunswick, for a long time. I used to work at Doherty's gym in Brunswick there.
Yeah, nice. So all the Doherty's athletes would come and buy their subs from me every now and then, and this and that. It was good.
No shit.
So anyway, and what happened was, So what happened was, so I moved there, and I went real quiet. I'm like, I have to, because we done it really hard when we were there. I've got a podcast on my life and my upcoming from Mildura to Melbourne, and from Melbourne to Gold Coast after the pandemic. And that's on Stitch Chronicles, a good friend of mine, which I did my very first podcast for. This is my second podcast, and I've declined so much more because I have to feel right about doing it with the individuals. And these other podcasts, it made me feel like as if they wanted me to be a certain way and kind of put a script together, and I want you to act like this and say this. I'm like, nah, forget it. I just want to be. I'm all about being authentic and being myself.
In the famous words of yourself, nah, fuck that. Just be yourself.
Exactly.
We don't want any
Exactly.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want around here. Well, we certainly are. That's for sure.
Yeah. But mate, I mean, before
yeah, and it's the best way, because you're.
Sorry, we got the lag again. Before we forget to do this,
Go on.
I can't let you go anywhere before you show us how to do that much you did in the car. I've been trying to do it for 13 years.
I'll show you.
I'll
show you.
Let's do it.
I'll do it. We'll leave that to the end. How's that?
Oh, we're still going.
I was on the
I'll take you through some sessions.
Yeah. All right. Where were you? You were saying?
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you how. So I'll tell you what happened, how the video went viral and how I found out, because that was a shock within itself. And then I ended up at that orchestrated 10-year anniversary, which was a shock within itself.
Yep.
And then, the aftermath of going viral and everything else. So that was a timeline. I had made that clip, the review, and left it at that. Went to Melbourne, gathered myself, established a business, ended up going to the, FitXs and Arnold Classics and doing my thing. And people started to, kind of, realize, okay, this guy's just some supplement guys from the country. We'll help this guy out as a family business.
Yeah.
And then in 2017, I had just set up my company doing the organic products. I decided to do my own development and innovation of products and sell them. So what happened was I come home as usual, get ready to go to the gym, still do my pre-workout sessions, have my pre-workout, and at this point I'm pretty much on my own. Everyone's back at home in Mildura and scattered all over the place. So I go to the gym, Only this time, people are looking at me weird, right? They're looking at me like some people that weren't even acknowledging me is now like waving at me. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's like, did I wake up? Like, what's happening, you know?
Yep.
So anyway, and then, so I have my gym session and I don't usually take my phone. I don't usually take my phone into the gym. So I don't know what's going on. I just got my iPhone cranking my beats and doing my workout. So anyway, as the workout finishes, I check my phone and there's like 18 missed calls and all these messages and Facebook tags and people messaging me on Facebook. I've got notifications everywhere, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? Like, what's happening here? So anyway, I jump on my phone and all my cousins, I opened up my own messages first, right? I'm spinning out. I'm like, who died? Like, what's going on? Everyone's blowing up my phone. So anyway, it was crazy, man. And so I look at my phone and I'm like, my cousins are messaging me, cuz, check Facebook, bro. Check Facebook. You're famous, you know. So I open up Facebook. I got like all these notifications and messages. And then the video of me comes up with Orchestrated playing in the background. And Orchestrated had shared it on his page, right? And it's gone viral. And when I had seen it, it was on like 18,000 views. And 18,000 views, it was like within maybe like an hour and a half of me being in the gym.
Fuck, that's not bad.
So anyway, crazy, right? I'm like, what's going on? And so I'm like, yeah, sweet, it'll die down and whatnot. Yep. And it goes viral at the wrong time. That's the crazy thing. It goes viral like, you know, at this point, like 6-7 years down the track when I'm doing something completely different. I'm going bold. It's like the old Gerkz has recreated himself. I'm doing some other things, you know? So anyway, it gets to like, by within 2-3 hours, it hits like, you know, I don't know, it was like 200, 300,000 followers. Yep. So now I'm like, okay, all right, not bad, sweet, whatever. People are messaging me, bro, you're a sick cunt.
Not bad, good size.
Where are you from? Yeah. People are like, you know, I've seen you around, whatever, whatnot. And then a couple of days later, it starts climbing. It keeps going. By the end of the week, we've got 1 million views. 2 weeks, 1.5, you know, 3 weeks, we're at 2 million. And then it kept climbing. It got to a point where I'd go to the Epping Plaza and people would be like, I'm just going there to get a haircut like usual, right? And people would be walking past, they notice me. So they'd be waiting at the hairdressers, like at the barber shop, waiting for me to come out just to say, hey, bro, you're a legend, you know, you're that guy from the Mesomorph review, right? You know, like, you know, I didn't know you were him, and everyone's trying to talk to me at the gym, which is funny because a lot of people, you know, they didn't really know me, they didn't really want to interact with me and whatever, and all of a sudden everyone started jumping on the bandwagon and buying supplements and here's the G, and I was getting all sorts of characters, and then wherever I went, people were like noticing me and had something to say. People were coming up to me. And then it got to a point where I was starting to get involved with some trade ministers of Australia and doing large quantities of exporting to other countries with my product, my very first product.
Hold on. Now, we're just sort of going, no interrupt. We got to get the full story. But just to put yourself in the shoes of the listener right now or the viewer. And we're talking to, you know, the Mesomorph review. And then you've gone viral, 18,000 likes and shares and all that in a couple of hours. And now you're with the Trade Minister of Australia in Parliament. You're probably in there pushing papers and legislation. How has this happened?
What the fuck is going on?
So what was going on, like literally in a parallel way. So while this is happening, I'm establishing my company, and I've just been to like these exhibitions, and we've got all these contacts and networking, and I had cut a deal with India in Mumbai to sell, my first 900 kilos into Mumbai. So now,
let him go.
Keep going, brother.
This is the best story ever.
Keep going.
Get this. It'll shape up for you, lads.
Yeah.
So listen to this. So what happened was, I'm sitting in meetings at this point trying to get my products into India, and these guys are looking at me like, don't
tell me.
You look familiar.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, do I? They're like, yeah, you look familiar, right? They're like, you in the supplement industry? I'm like, yeah, I am. So then anyway, and then after that, I got discovered, and then the trade minister's like, "Are you that fella that was in the car doing a review a few years back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was more like 10 years ago." And he's like, "Oh, all right."
How good is
They're
that?
like, they're like, "Mate, what was in the?" That was like, "What's in the tubs?" Because now, so in my head, I'm like, man, I'm fucked because now it's banned as a Class A drug, and you know, it's the same level of methamphetamine and cocaine. Like, I don't want to be taken to be this some, you know, pre-workout popping junkie on the way to the car to the gym, you know, having a Mickey time.
Last week, there's still some stuff.
So anyway,
Couple on me. He gives a fuck.
yeah, and so get this. So now I'm getting questioned, like, you know, are you still selling these things? Are you still taking it? So I said, you know what, because I'm about to get cut out of some big deals, and I'm like on a, you know, a life-changing journey, literally. So I was like, you know what, I need to take a step back. So I freaked out, right? I sent a message to
Probably God
to the boys, to Dean and Adam, and I said, hey guys, I said, you need to take that down, man. This is getting crazy. It's like 4.4 million views in Melbourne. I can't go anywhere. I'm with my mum. I've got people coming up to me in restaurants like, oh, bro, you're a fucking sick cunt, bro. Bro, you're a sick cunt. I'm like, bro, relax. I'm fucking 30 years old. This was years ago. Like, chill, man. Like, what's going on?
Oh.
So anyway, I started freaking out. I was kind of like, the privacy was disappearing real fast. And I think I kind of wanted that because I wanted to build in silence. I wanted to accomplish some great things and whatnot. And another reason why I'm sharing it now, because I was able to become the person I was practicing to be all those years. You know, I went through a lot of adversities and obstacles, and I'm in a very good position now where I can be home and working. All my businesses are on autopilot. You know, I'm making money while I sleep. I'm coaching people in order to do the same thing. So I'm able to share this story now at the right time. But you know, for so long, people had the wrong idea of me, and their approach was a little bit disrespectful at times. People come up to me in the gym and thinking I was some silly muzzer that would just go to, you know, festivals and knew nothing better. So I was kind of being, you know, I was being held with high regard, but at the same time, I was kind of being disrespected over time as well. So, and this gives me the chance and opportunity to say, hey, listen, I actually put on the act, and I was buzzing out at the time on the pre-workout. But you know, for me, it's about being authentic, being yourself, having a laugh, you know, spreading the joy and enjoying life as your character. You know, we can build our character every single day. We're not bound to the character that we're supposed to be because, you know, our parents raised us a certain way or gave us the name, and now we have to be this person because the schooling system, indoctrination is telling us to be a certain way, and society wants us to be a certain way. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to be my own character. I'm going to create myself. And I reinvented myself over the years plenty of times. And the people that think they've known me, they don't fucking know me, man. A lot of these people, they have no idea who I am and what I do. And I choose to show the things that they see anyway. So, but that's that to those people that were embarrassed of me, apparently.
Sorry, don't worry, I'll edit this. You won't hear any pauses in post-production. Don't worry about that. But if I could chime in there, Choc and I came to the pub yesterday just on the topic. That's why our heads are just nodding off our bodies, agreeing with you as you're talking about that. Like, I can resonate with that hugely. I kept a mask on for 8 years with this thing because, you know, and if I did take that off, imagine, and it happens now, but I think we've got to a point where people know that I'm satirizing a character or a period of time in my life where I was doing this, that, and everything else, or putting every bad decision together in what would that character look like. It's not actually me, as you say. You're not a muzzer in the car who just goes nuts every time he gets in the car and snorts pre-workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Choc is not someone who's just screaming at his missus all day and doing pranks.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, preaching to the choir there. You speak about characters. I mean, people see me on the street or whatever, and they're like, oh, give us a fucking oi, babe. Oh, oi, babe, oi, babe. Yeah, I'm like, hey, everyone relax. I don't yell at my missus all the time. I mean, hey, I yell at her a bit and annoy the fuck out of her. She hates my guts. But I've got a lot of characters as well. People call it split personality. They call it weird cunt. They call it annoying. They call it whatever they want. But I'm not like that all the time. So I sort of know exactly what you're saying, mate.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, you know, I in my day-to-day, I'm very professional with what I do. I've got a lot of people dependent on me. I've got a lot of people, you know, that's on a very good journey for themselves, which I'm very, very, you know, honored to be able to guide and do in my day-to-day and help people discover their purpose and, you know, reintroduce themselves to themselves and discover themselves as a soul, having a human experience, you know, living life fearlessness with, you know, however you want to live life, as long as you're not disrespecting, hurting, stealing, and doing anything in that regard that's going to impact anyone on a negative way. And I'm all for spreading positivity, joy, knowledge, and knowledge is power. And even with this, another big reason why I jumped on to share a bit of the story and the good times and reflect on the good times that we all went through and lived is, look what everyone's been through from 2020 onwards, and since then to now. So many people have lost their businesses and had gone through some obstacles, adversities, mental issues, and it doesn't cost anything to just be a good person, be considerate, be helpful. Where you can. You never know what anyone's going through. I'm lucky to be alive. And we're lucky to be living in a country like Australia and to be able to do what we do. You look at other parts of the world, it's war torn, people are losing their lives. People are losing their entire families and left alone, which is insane. Yeah. And so I'm glad we jumped on this call, and I'm glad we're connecting with great like-minded people such as James and yourself, Choc. I just started watching your stuff, to be honest, Choc. I think it's hilarious, and I just discovered you, to be honest. So.
No, I'll compliment, mate. So I really appreciate it. But happy for feedback as well. If there's something you don't like, just hit me up in the DMs with the rest of the abusive people, and I really enjoy it, mate. So hit me up.
Raw, honest feedback,
mate. As long as you're being yourself, you can do whatever you like. If they don't like it, it's on them. Fuck them. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it real. And if they like you, they like you. Listen, I have a saying. This is what I truly, genuinely believe in, right? As long as we're good people and we know that we're doing right, and if they choose to leave, it's their loss. We don't lose anybody. As long as we're good and we know that, and God knows what we do every single day, we don't lose anybody, brother. If they choose to leave, they choose to stay, whatever it may be. So
awesome.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Well, I genuinely am chuffed that you've joined us. It's been a long journey of just wanting to. Where is this guy? I want to talk to him. I want to get to know him. I want to know who you are, and I feel like we've got there today. Like I know you very well now, so thank you for coming on. But I'm not going to just wrap up and say goodbye and sayonara. By the way, before I do that, I would love you to come on a little bit more whenever you want. There's a chair here. There's a mic. You come down to Melbourne. You sit with us anytime. We're going to be podding every week. I'd love to have you in, but I'm not letting you leave without teaching us how to muzz.
All right, boys. Okay, look, if you want to look, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't been going to festivals in a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm living a very responsible, holistic lifestyle. I don't really go out, party. I don't really do much. I honestly work 12, 16-hour days. Again, I have to be considerate, responsible, and yada yada. But I'll show you how to muzz and how to do it properly, right? So listen.
Disclaimer.
When the beat's cranking and the beat's kicking, right? You got to feel it. You got to really, really feel it, and then you got to start with this one first, then this one, and then connect it, right? You're connecting, and then you have to switch to the other side. Yeah. So you got to go like this, right? Keep it going, right?
I could do
right?
I can do this.
Hey, look at this. I'll show you. Look at this.
Oh, fuck, he's out of his chair now.
Oh, fuck that.
Take your top off. Take it off. Take it off.
Listen, it's not as polished as it used to be, right?
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do. Hey, you think I'm a good mother? You got to see my. You gotta see my grandma and the cousins back at home, mate. I'll send you something. You can link it up, just a bit of a preview of how they muzz.
Yeah,
it comes through genetics.
We should do we'll do a reenactment video. Maybe we'll do it.
That'll be fun. We'll really try our hardest there, and I'm really looking forward to muzzing out.
Well, seriously, we'll start a thing. Let's get everyone.
I should
in the car.
That's a fucking good idea.
Let's do it.
What he said.
You know what we should do?
What that guy said.
We should do. You know what we should do? We should have classes. We should have the original rave classes and how to muzz.
Yes.
Right? And we should teach these young ones coming up and how to do it properly, so they know how to do it properly moving on into the future, rather than taking these guesses.
Not a bad.
But the thing is, I want to cut out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, not 100%, maybe 15%.
Yeah, we'll give you 100%. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, 15%.
We can't be taking any cut. That's your work.
Listen, I won't settle for anything less than 50% because I'm going to be teaching this shit, yeah? And my time is very valuable, lads. It doesn't come free.
Well, given we're two broke people, you can take 100% of it, and we're just there for the muzz.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, it's been an absolute
amazing
pleasure. Thank you for coming on and putting up with our technical difficulties without a producer today. So really, really appreciate it. I hope we can catch up.
Yeah, no stress. Thank you. James, thank you for having me. I really, really appreciate it. Choc, thank you. It was a great pleasure to be able to connect with both of you guys. And I really hope the viewers have enjoyed it. And if anyone wants to be able to, come through and ask me questions in regards to nutrition, supplementation, I'm happy to help. I'm not going to charge anybody. I'm not going to ask for any type of cash. I help where I can. Obviously, if there's an influx of messages, you got to understand I'm a human being, so I'm not going to be able to respond to everybody. But, that's my nature. I like to help individuals. I like to empower individuals. And, so feel free to reach out and even if you want to just say hello and give us some feedback on today's podcast, guys. And it's been my absolute pleasure. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. We'll put all your links in the bio and everything and put it on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll make sure everyone knows where to find you. It's been a pleasure, mate. We'll catch up again soon.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Take it easy. Oh,
how was that?
That was fucking actually pretty good, man. I was really, really happy with that.
I was thinking we're going to get like 5 minutes and
loves to chat.
Yeah.
Loves to fucking chat, doesn't he? And a great guy as well. But
absolute
I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you.
Neither. I had a little bit of an idea. We've been talking for a few years. And I mean, the microphone again. Let's just
technical difficulties. How many times have you said technical difficulties?
I don't know, man.
If I had a drink for every time we've said technical difficulties, I would be absolutely fucking blind.
I'm gonna now we're like we're at a sporty now, so it's in front of me like it was at the start of the episode.
Yeah.
But mate, I've been talking to him for a few years and just inboxes here and there. Like, he's a bit more serious than I thought, and he's got his head screwed on. He's got ambitions. He's a fucking good bloke. So, but the offer to come down and catch up with us next week.
Oh yeah, that's great.
He gave us.
Yeah. Fucking oath. That'll be good to do. And I really it'd be good to just meet him in person. But also, I wasn't joking when I want to have a muzz off.
Oh, 100%.
Like I want, he was saying he wants to run classes and stuff, and we're all laughing. I'm going, I'll fucking go in a class.
Well, at the wonderful Grand Hotel here in Warrandyte, there's a nice wooden floor here.
It's a nice vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty used to it because I may or may not have already filmed a podcast here.
I've never heard of it.
Not that it's a competition at all.
But we'll get him up here. We'll do some classes and that. But Jesus, mate, that was a banger of an episode. Thanks for coming on.
Fucking unreal.
I think we're going to have you on a little bit more than this.
I'll come on all the time.
Can we have the regular seat and just jump in and when Trav's back? We got Rick. I don't know where. I still can't say where Rick is, but. There'll be this rotating panel, and it's going to be this quarter life crisis one's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, man. No, happy to come on. Happy to be a regular face. You just treat me however you want to treat me, and I'll cop it. Well, I kind of regret saying that now. I shouldn't have said that. Oh,
we have something coming.
Something real big that I'm really excited about. That I thought you nearly forgot, by the way.
No, God, no.
Christmas Eve here at the Grand Hotel in Warrandyte.
Yep.
We're going to be here hosting it.
Live,
and it's going to be
style.
rouse.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to have a bit of a roaming mic. We might have, we're working on some people. I might put him under the pump here. Danny Rance is 97% confirmed.
That's pretty good.
I'll
take that odds.
He might be down there. But irregardless, you're going to have Choc and myself and maybe Trav fresh off the plane from Queensland. Yeah. We'll be live. We'll be up here somewhere and we'll be roaming around with a mic and talking to the people. But more importantly, we'll be getting slaughtered out in that beer garden.
Oh, absolutely. If you're looking for an excuse to get to the pub, which I always am, this is the best one yet. Christmas Eve, and you're going to wake up Christmas morning absolutely fucking rat shit.
Sure.
Why not enjoy yourself the night before at the Grand Hotel?
Absolutely.
So I'll see you there, you dogs.
So that's coming. That's Christmas Eve. And we might have some before. But anyway, follow us, subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff. Get on Spotify, YouTube. What are the other ones?
Click a button, click a bell.
WeChat in China.
Sorry, just technical difficulties again. Do some stuff. Ask someone that knows and then find out off them. Just like and subscribe is a good one.
Yeah. Make sure you're following us on everything. Put the auto downloads on. 2.5 beers. Make sure you go back and have a listen to all the episodes.
2.5 beers. We're on hold for a moment because I'm having a baby next year, but let's not talk about that. We'll get back 2.5 beers next year. But here's the main ones. Here's the main one where it's at. So
we'll be back next week in the sauna. Choc, you might have to join us. It's a 4-person sauna.
All right then.
Do I
have to take my top off?
Absolutely. Budgies.
Fuck.
I'm going to wear a pair of RMs, maybe a suit jacket, no shirt underneath, and a pair of budgies.
I'm wearing the exact same thing, funny enough.
All right, we're off. See you next week.
See ya.